1-0 pitch from Campman. That one off the plate as well, 2-0.
And the one thing, you hear this all the time in softball and baseball, her pitches aren't flat. They have a lot of movement on it, which makes it difficult for hitters.
Campman dealing the 2-0. Outside as well, looked very close, but it's a 3-0 hitters count now for Shannon Gall.
You have to be careful if you're Campman here. You don't want to groove something.
Campman just gets the call on the inside part of the plate. First strike of the at-bat. It's now 3-1.
And that's a great pitch by Campman, knowing that Gall's just sitting there looking for something right down the heart. Goes down and in, a perfect pitch to get herself back in the count.
Hannah looking to show Coach D she can pitch a 7-inning game, but a tough start to the second inning. Gall draws the walk and is on first.
Campman's going to reset. Gall, she's good. She watched a couple of pitches. She hung off a couple of pitches that were very close to the zone, was able to earn herself a walk. Now it's going to be important for Campman to bear down, keep the ball low in the zone, finish through your pitches, and just pound the knees with that high-velocity rise ball and that high-velocity fastball, and then use that movement on her other pitches to try and get strikeouts or at least something to roll over to the middle infield for a possible double play.
Campman, those 5 wins this season, good for second in the MIAA. Just her first walk of the game. First pitch, Burns gets the bunt down, throws to first by Baugh, and they look to go back to second for 2. Gall reaching for the bag and is in safely.
And you expected that from Platteville. 1-run game. You expect Platteville just to try and advance the runner. So the runner at second's a little banged up out there for Platteville, but they played small ball in the first game. They're continuing that here in this game. It was small ball, timely hitting, and good pitching. That was the recipe for Platteville, and they're trying to do that again here today.
Runner on second here in the top of the first. No outs. This is a Platteville team that, with the understudy coaching of Andy Varsho, notched 11 wins last year in 2017, a 7-win improvement from the year prior. Just 9 games on the year, but they play a very tough small ball style. Get runners on, advance them over. Stout steps in and looks at a first pitch strike.
Campman looking to start to settle in the circle right now for the Thunder. She's really hitting that inside corner well.
Campman, the 0-1 offering. Down and low. Gull looking for the placement of the ball. No chance to advance to third.
That was an outstanding play by Kennedy Baugh. That pitch bounced in there, and Baugh just took it right off the dirt, not allowing the runner to advance from second to third.
Stout with the 1-1. Swinging and fouling this one back up over the screen.
Campman now ahead in the count. You could see that rise ball on the top of the zone, or you could see her go to that off speed that has a lot of movement on it and slow it down. Burns' bat's already been Stout's bat's already been sped up in this at-bat, so maybe go to the soft stuff.
Alicia Stout 0 for 2 in game 1. The 1-2 high, and a little bit high there. It's now 2-2.
That was the rise ball. That could be a setup pitch. Now this is where I would go down and away, something soft down and in, and try and lock up Stout.
Campman throws inside. Wanted the call, doesn't get it. Count comes full, 3-2.
And she went off speed there with it looked like a change of head. Good downward action and just needed to come down just a little bit more.
One out here in the second. Campman dealing. Strike 3 called and a half swing from Stout. Strikeout for Campman, and that's out number 2 in the second, holding the runner at second at bay.
And that's where Campman wants to live. She did it a couple of times in that at-bat. She was pinpointing her pitches on the inner half of the plate, the inside black, and not allowing these Platteville hitters to get extended.
Ochoa walks into the dirt, swings on the first pitch, foul. Ochoa, the RBI double for Platteville in game 1.
She was really swinging the bat well in game one. She was able to turn on a couple of pitches inside and hit him to the gap. She has really good bat control for this Platteville team, and especially for an 8-hitter.
Ochoa, the freshman second baseman from Plainfield, Illinois. That double RBI, or the RBI double, just her second extra base hit of the year, and swings and lifts this one into center field. Under it and tracking over is Kayla Hartline, and that's out number 3 and ends the half of the inning. 1-0 Trine. Head to the bottom of the second. Rejoin us after this in the Trine Broadcasting Network. White stares in. No one out in the second. 2 runners on. Ducks out of the way of that one. And ball 1.
And that was a little scary for Emily White as that rise ball came a little bit high and tight to her, and obviously a slap hitter almost hit her in the head.
White, the senior from Fortville. Patient all the way. That one not even close to the plate. And now a 2-0 count for Emily White.
And no sign of bunting here from Emily White. Interesting call, but I do like the call. Put the hand in the bats of Emily White and let her do work.
2-0 on White. Swings. Shallow pitch. Gets behind the center fielder. 1 run scores for Trine. Another run scores, and sliding in for a triple, Emily White.
And Coach D with a fist pump down there at third. It worked to perfection. Emily White, the outfielders have been creeping in and in and in from the first game into this game, and they were pretty much 20 feet away from the infield dirt, and Emily White able to burn the center fielder. She has some power. She has some sneaky power, and she's able to knock in a run. Great job from Emily White.
Now up to bat for the Thunder, number 16, Erica Robles.
Still no outs here in the bottom of the second as Burns has run into trouble here in Angola. First pitch, a called strike. Back to Robles in the top of the order. The MIAA leader in batting average, as quickly back to first is Yunkin, pinch running, gets in safely.
Again, the bottom of the order, scored a big run, turns it over to the top of the order with 2 runners in scoring position. Just what the doctor had ordered, if you're a Trine fan.
White doubled, bringing in the most recent RBI. Robles looks in on the 2-1. Bunting high, but it was right to the third baseman. Robles had the right idea, not enough downward motion on the bat head, and it's out number 2.
And Erica not happy with herself. And you said it, Jeff. The bat head kind of dropped, hit the bottom half of the softball, and just went straight up for an easy out, number 1.
McKenna Hartline stands in. A 7 RBI day for her last night against Anderson. First pitch swinging. Kenna has already ratcheted up that total to 33 RBIs, more than halfway to her RBI total from her freshman season. 2 runners on. That one in on the hands, ball 1.
Kenna seeing the ball a lot better after she got hit in 2 consecutive at-bats. She's really watching it come over the plate.
1-1 pitch is a little bit high, 2-1.
Her vision is allowing her to lay off that rise ball being thrown from Burns, allowing it to travel too high in the zone, and that's getting her in friendly counts where she can drive a softball.
McKenna waiting on the 2-1. That one up and away, 3-1 hitters count for McKenna Hartline.
And it's a dangerous count for Burns. Kenna obviously a ton of power at the plate right now. You do not want to groove anything if you're Burns.
McKenna, 11 home runs last year, and ball number 4 and a third walk in the last 4 batters for Burns. Bases loaded for Trine, just 1 out here in the second.
And now Mercedes Doherty is going to come up to the plate. Bases loaded. She's obviously had a very good freshman campaign here at Trine. Look for her to get something to drive into the right center or left center gap.
First pitch is foul tip to the screen.
That's a heck of a hack from Mercedes. She knew that was coming, just missed it. If she gets that pitch again, she probably will not miss it.
Coach D loves to have her in these situations, the hard-swinging freshman from Waterville, Michigan. Oh, 1 is outside to the right of the plate. Baugh, White, and Kenna out on the base paths. Burns 1-1 pitch. Strike all the way, 1-2.
I think Mercedes kind of got fooled there. She was expecting something soft and then got the hard stuff right down the middle. Couldn't get the bat off her shoulder.
1-2 delivery. Bases loaded for Doherty. Swinging past the first baseman. 1 run scores. Doherty motoring to second. The throw cut off. And a 3rd run scores for Trine. Doherty with the single down the first base line, reaching second. The double, 3 runs in, 5-0 Trine, and they have their mojo back after a slower game 1.
And that was a great swing by Doherty, going with the hard stuff on the outer half, driving it to right field. That's the 2nd time she's done it, and it just shows how versatile of a hitter Doherty is. She doesn't have to hit it out of the park. She doesn't have to pull anything, and she has a very, very good spray chart. And that 3rd run came home to score on an errant throw from the right fielder, so Trine really connecting 5-0 now, and they're clicking on all cylinders here early.
5-0 still, just 1 out, and this inning can't end quick enough for Abby Burns. Burns zooms a pitch high, and backing out of the way is Kaylee Fox.
Fox has had 2 good at-bats. She almost hit one out in her last at-bat. Look for her to get something to drive here.
Deep fly to center field. Up 2-0 in the count here, now 3-0.
If you're Burns, it's not a bad idea to walk Kaylee Fox. Obviously, Lainey McHugh, a very good hitter, stands on deck. But very dangerous at the plate right now in Kaylee Fox.
Fox has a 3-0 count with a .475 batting average. Here it comes. Strike number 1. Fox a little slow in bringing the bat head back. Burns sneaks in the strike. Five 0 Trine in the second. Fox drives this one to deep left. Still going, but way foul into the Jannon Field here on the campus of Trine University.
Yeah, Fox was sitting on that pitch just a little bit too far out in front of it as Burns able to work herself back to a 3-2 count. We could see her go off speed or go back to that rise ball.
Fox gazing in, swinging, lifting this one to right, diving play in right field. Runners advance to third. Fox put a charge into that one and wrote in right field, snagging the ball by the laces, snow coning it in the glove.
And Fox can't believe it as Coach D comes over to joke a little bit with Fox. She's hit 3 straight balls on the button, just unfortunately right at the Platteville outfield. So look for her to keep swinging, keep getting out of that groove, and something will fall eventually.
Fox robbed of a hit and a few RBIs there. Burns back to work. Catches the inside of the plate for a strike. Oh, 1 count in favor of Burns as McHugh slaps this one to the left side off of the cleats of the second baseman. Doherty comes home to score. 6-0 Trine.
And if you're Platteville, you talked about this before the game. You need a good pitching, good defense, and timely hitting to win this game, and Platteville just hasn't had defense that has been very stout here in the second game. They were strong in the first game. The second game, they've really struggled, especially here in the bottom of the second inning, as it looks like there's going to be a new pitcher coming into the game for Platteville. But this Trine team, they're just so potent at the plate, and you can't give them more opportunities. And they've had 2 more opportunities here in the second.
With that change, we'll take a break. Back after this on the Trine Broadcasting Network.